such an asshole.
Continuing the production of GDP over at Asshole Consulting, where I, the world's only professional asshole and America's older brother, and by the way, check out the Older Brother channel on YouTube. I have two channels. One is this one. The other one is the Older Brother channel. And sometimes I do the Older Brother podcast on the Older Brother channel. But I didn't get the notifications because you're not subscribed to the other channel. Where? Why do you have two channels? Redundancy. And you can also see the archive of the Older Brother podcast at olderbrother.com. Long, lengthy one. Hi, asshole. Anonymous, repeat customer here. As usual, please keep my details anonymous. I trust your judgment. You are a relatively young man, not yet 30. You're a tax accountant. You make $100,000 in a Marxist leftist shithole state. As the situation with the disease keeps progressing, the companies keep changing as well. I've received the news that my current place of employment will be asking for a majority of workers to come back, even though as an accountant, it's completely unnecessary. After looking at online remote work postings, I have noticed that full-time permanent remote work in my field significantly decreased from April, went from about 1,000 offerings to 300 to 400. I have zero intention of coming back to my office. Watched 2 videos ago where I tell everyone to refuse to go back to work. Please, America, please be Americans and tell these corporate fucks, no, I'm not commuting. If you don't like that, fire me. If that's not it, here's my 2 weeks. Here's a better way. Don't do that. Say, I would like to work remotely full time. Maybe I come in once a week, like an hour or something, but I'm not going to commute. I don't know if we can do that. All right, well, here's my 2 weeks notice. Just kidding, JL. See, you don't understand. Me as a baby boomer, I like to go and jerk off to the fact I got all you schmucks to commute here every morning. They commuted. Oh. Every boomer boss ever. Every one of you assholes. Fuck, get your asses into the nursing homes and get out of our way. Or at most come in 2 days a week. I'll be standing my ground and will not bow to my employment overlords. Good for you. There you go. There's a chance I'll be let go if I tell my boss that I do not intend on coming back to the office. Well, spin it the right way. Say, yeah, I'd want to work remotely. At most coming in 2 days a week. And have your 2 week resignation, your 2 week that are like, oh, all right, well, here you go. Here's my 2 week notice. And just, sorry. Well, I can't stick my dick in this guy's asshole anymore. Hang on. All right. While I was thinking about this, an idea popped in my head. You always promote self-employment or contract work. Unfortunately, I did not go the route of self-employment as of yet. You don't have your CPA. Get your CPA. This shit isn't worth it, man. It's easier to get your CPA and be done with it. While I was thinking about this, an idea popped into my head. You always promote self-employment or contract work. Unfortunately, I did not go the route of self-employment as of yet, and current contract offerings in my field are very scarce due to companies saving a lot of money if they employ accountants as full-time workers and not pay them an hourly wage. The math on this works out since the average pay for a public tax accountant is around $75,000 to $100,000 per year. And if they are paid by hour, especially with the tax season hours and overtime, the salary quickly jumps to $120,000 to $150,000 per year. Therefore, it's cheaper for companies to employ tax accountants as full-time, even with benefits such as insurance, instead of hiring them as contractors. I think I found a way to work around this. Start applying for contract work. What if I treat my employers as though I'm a contractor for them? Let me explain. I already have my own retirement plan. Therefore, I never utilize the 401k match that is offered. Well, that's dumb. That's free money. You sure you're a tax accountant? Do you know how matches work? I can buy my own insurance, and even though the monthly cost would be a little high, but at least I won't have to rely on the employer for insurance purposes. That's about the only real reason to W-2 is that they pay the insurance. Why would you get rid of that? Even though I will be a W-2 employee, in my mind, I will simply check out and think of myself as a contractor. That means I won't care about office politics. Okay, you're making this way more complicated. It doesn't matter if you're W-2 or 1099. You shouldn't care about office politics either way. And you shouldn't give up your relatively speaking, health insurance. Think of myself as a contractor. That means I won't care about office politics. I won't care about my boss. I won't care about raises or promotions. I work at my own pace and have almost zero stress about deadlines, etc. Also, if they decide to let me go, I could collect unemployment since technically I was a full-time employee. You can do this Zen exercise if you like. I don't know why you're giving up insurance. And here's an easier idea. Go get some fucking contract work. Get your website, Bob Bobson, taxcpa.com, and do some people's taxes. And if you don't have your CPA, you can't sign off of them, go find a CPA that does. Say, I'll cook them, I'll clean them, you fry them. Okay, I'll prepare the taxes, you sign off on it. Pay him a commission. You always promote that if you're working for an employer, you should do research and make sure that you are joining a decent company. My idea is the complete opposite. I would take any tax accounting position with decent pay, however, be totally self-sufficient in terms of benefits. If the company will end up being toxic or will let me go, I will simply use an excuse that I was working as a contractor by next potential. No, they won't. No. You're a tax accountant. You know how this works. You fill out a W-2 or W-9. One of the two in determines whether you're a W-2 or a 1099er. But why are you guys so spurgy? This is like a Spurg question. This wins Spurg question of the week. Okay, congratulations. You got Spurg question of the week. What the fuck are you thinking? I won't take the insurance, so I got to pay for it myself. And then mentally, I'll just check out, even though, according to records, I'll be a W-2 employee. But if I utilize my way of thinking and doing things, I can just rotate companies on a whim and not really care who I work for or if I get let go. You should be doing that if you're a W-2 employee anyway. What do you think about this quantity versus quality approach? I'm a minimalist, and pretty much any salary above $75,000 per year just means I'm saving a little bit more money. Well, I guess you live in a very high expense area because minimalists could get by on 30 grand. I think your approach is completely stupid. Stop fucking around. It's hard to find contracts. Yes, it is. Self-employment is hard. Now get off your ass and go do it anyway and get some contractors, get some clients. And then soon you'll have a portfolio of, dude, Chad Elkins has to turn people away. There's demand for just do some bookkeeping. And you know what? Don't quit your job. You're very highly compensated. So I said, why would you give up the insurance? Are you a W-2 employee? Also, how much do you have saved up? Give up insurance in order to completely not rely on your employer. Well, when your employer lets you go, you quit, you become uninsured, have to pay COBRA premiums, which could be expensive as $800 to $1,000 a month. But you're going to have to pay your insurance anyway. Let them pay you, and if you get fired, then you pay insurance. If you're paying for your own insurance, there's no lag or increased cost between jobs. What? Also, as the disease has proven, having insurance plans at all times is a must nowadays. Okay, so if you get fired, you go find some health insurance on the state exchange. You don't have to go COBRA. You go to the state exchange. You're a young enough man, I think. Yeah, you're a young enough man. You might even qualify for a catastrophic plan. I'm too old now. I don't qualify for a catastrophic plan. Because my bladder's going to go or whatever. I have saved up $20,000 in cash and $150,000 in an investment account, which can be converted. Oh, not retirement. Okay. Dude, you have enough money saved up. You have micro fuck you money. You can live more than 3 months off of that. I would not quit your job. What I would do is it depends on how much you want to work remote, how much you don't want to commute. If you don't want to commute that much and you're willing to walk away from it, okay, I respect that. Good for you. Then you go live off of your savings for a bit until you find another contract position or another job that maybe will allow you to remote work. But your idea of giving up insurance for that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. That's like me saying, My company pays for my car, but I don't want to rely on them. So I'm going to pay for my own car. But what if they fire me? Then I'm going to have to pay for my own car. Get your CPA. I think you should open up set up an LLC, open up a little bookkeeping company, all remote, all digital. Contact the different guys on the internet and the Red Pill Sphere and all the other places. Say, hey, Bob's bookkeeping. You need bookkeeping? Go to Bookkeeping Bob. Bookkeeping Bob will balance your books. And if you got big boobs, you get big Bookkeeping Bob's big boob discount. Discount for girls, pretty girls with big boobs. But yeah, just go get some quotes, by the way, and find out what you're going to qualify for. What do you got to pay per month for insurance if you're unemployed over in your state? But here's what I would do. You're very naive about what the self-employment world is. I don't think you've got enough hustle. I don't think you've been creative enough. I mean, I see like, hey, do you know anyone who wants to do bookkeeping? Like, yeah. So go, I don't know if you're applying in your state. I mean, apply nationwide. Find out nationwide if there's some bookkeeping gigs you can do or some tax gigs. Right? Set up a website. Hustle. Right? Run some ads. I would not give up your job, though. Keep it. So what? You got to commute, go in. Right? Wait till you build up a couple more clients. And then when you got a couple more clients and you're not fully reliant upon your employer, then you can deliver. I'm not commuting anymore. And then if they fire you, that's all right. You got some backup clients. You got a little bit of income coming in, and you have yourself a pretty good cash position. But I would not quit your job now. And I would not deliver that ultimatum yet until you got some clients. And to get clients, you got to get a website. You got to go out and hustle. You got to make some emails and some phone calls. Maybe run a little bit of advertising. Soon you have a little book of business. But like I said, it's a two-pronged approach. A lot of people are like, I'm going to quit my job and start a business. No, you're not. You're going to keep working your current job, and you're going to concurrently start your business. And then when this business is running and can support you, then you quit your daytime job. All right, what we got? Dad teaches and words to my son. Well, that's a new guy here, $10. Worked remotely for years now and started my own business that'll hire only remotely. I only want one suit for the rest of my life. For meeting clients, my goal to never go into an office again. Absolutely. I packed up my suits and hauled them out to South Dakota. And I'm like, God, I haven't worn these suits in years. I got like 2 suits I wear when I go out to a fancy dining place. But yeah, it's kind of sad. I didn't mind dressing up. I always liked looking good in a suit. I was no Kevin Samuels, but I had some sharp suits and some nice looking ties. One of the more pleasant experiences was going in and getting tailored. You get your suit, but then they take your measurements and they tailor it for you. And you go pick up your suit and put, oh, you look distinguished, sir. I'm like, yeah, I do. Wow, this ugly face and this crappy body, I do look good. Oh, wow. Clothes can make the man. All right. Thankfully, girls won't know my personality. They'll be too focused on this very tailored suit. There you go. All right. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you later. Toodles.